The phantom time hypothesis is a historical conspiracy theory that suggests that the early Middle Ages, approximately 614 to 911 AD, never actually happened. This hypothesis claims that these years were fabricated by Western calendar makers in the 16th century in order to maintain the idea of a continuous and uninterrupted history that aligned with Christian beliefs and traditions. The hypothesis originated in the 1980s, when German historian Heribert Illig began to question the validity of the historical record during the early Middle Ages. Illig argued that there was a lack of physical evidence, such as buildings and artifacts, from this time period. He also pointed out discrepancies in historical texts and records, such as a lack of written documentation during this time. Illig's hypothesis was based on the assumption that the Western calendar makers of the 16th century had a vested interest in maintaining a continuous history that aligned with Christian beliefs. Illig claimed that these calendar makers simply added 300 years to the calendar, creating a phantom time in history. However, historians and scholars have largely rejected the phantom time hypothesis, pointing out that there is extensive physical and written evidence from the early Middle Ages. For example, there are numerous surviving buildings, such as churches and castles, from this time period that provide evidence of the culture and technology of the time. In addition, there are extensive written records, such as chronicles and charters, from this era that document important events and provide insight into the lives of people during this time. Furthermore, the phantom time hypothesis ignores the fact that the Western calendar was not created in a vacuum, but was based on earlier calendars developed by the Romans and other cultures. The Western calendar also underwent numerous changes and adjustments over the centuries, based on astronomical observations and other factors. In conclusion, while the phantom time hypothesis presents an intriguing and controversial perspective on history, it lacks sufficient evidence to be considered a valid theory. The extensive physical and written evidence from the early Middle Ages provides ample proof that this time period was real and significant in shaping the course of human history.